We can hear you chewing, Jason.
Oh, my bad.
The sounds of pleasure.
Sounds of pleasure. It's the DGS music about to go down.
Is that a WiiDude?
Hi.
Patty, you're talking. I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't. Oh, okay.
Pat.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. There we go. Okay. So, hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney DGS. We're about to head into trial for case 4 at this point. Not a murder case. Probably will become a murder case halfway through because this is Ace Attorney.
Wait, Pat. Can I do a quick shout out?
Yeah, sure. I know what you're about to shout out to, but yeah.
Today, my boy Razvan, also known as Alex, officially got married. Yeah, boy, let's go.
Yeah.
Woo!
Whoa.
Yeah, so, that is, Razan in the, sub-Discord. If you guys want to send him some love, please do. Yeah. I had like 3 other people recently get married, like as well, from like group of friends back in high school.
Oh yeah, things go.
It's the 11 hour.
Oh, by the way, Pat, do you remember someone by the name of Supersonic Blur?
Yeah.
He's also engaged.
Oh my god. Everybody's getting engaged now!
we actually talked to him recently because we were playing Among Us. And he said that he's engaged. And went, when did this happen?
I mean, what else are you gonna do in quarantine?
Might as well get married. Alright.
Oh, I should probably get my bottle of water ready.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright. It's been a little bit. Can't believe it. Already back in this courthouse.
We came here as exchange students to learn the legal system of this country. As such, we must stand in court to advance our studies.
Yeah, you're right about that, but... This is a once-in-a-lifetime moment for the defendant. He could decide his entire fate. Can't bring myself just to call it another day of studying.
You have a point.
Is this the defendant on this one?
I think so. So,
Yeah, it is. Jason, do your thing.
Yeah. Good morning to you both.
Oh. Good morning, Saseki.
Oh,
Your eyes look completely bloodshot.
there's a saying in my land: the only to rise gain some small benefit.
Yeah, I've heard of that after all, I'm Japanese.
So if waking up early earns me a little extra, then should not sleep for even an instant. And just what night the benefit could add up to a single penny! That is why you see me here in such a drowsy state.
Does he think a not guilty verdict is worth a penny?
I wish you luck today, Saseki.
But by divinely... I'm gonna mess this up.
Tongue twister.
My divinely decreed destiny is protrude fleeting life. I eagerly entrust it to you. How nervous I am!
Still don't understand, but part about him being nervous definitely shines through.
I'm glad you understand. So very glad. In any case, substitute law student naruhodō.
Yes, what is it?
Just a moment ago, I was able to catch a glimpse of the courtroom's gallery. There were as many people present as there would be the opening day of a great theater. Is my impending judgment really so popular with the London public?
there are that many people? I didn't know that. Would you happen to know why, Susato?
I can't really say that I do.
Look on her face tells me otherwise.
Please do not hide the truth from me! Could it be possibly because of the Grim Reaper?
Prosecutor Von Zeeks. Is that why, Susato?
I went out and bought all of today's newspaper. Wait, what?
Wait, what?
All of it?
You bought every last paper!
I feel like she meant like from different outlets,
Okay.
obviously.
And indeed, Prosecutor Van Zeeks was on the front page of every single one.
Exactly. That's what.
He was right. After he gained... Oh, sorry.
Naruhodō.
Sorry.
After he earned the title of Grim Reaper, for numbers of years he avoided the courts.
Right. Inspector Gregson said the same thing yesterday.
You can say these.
Alright, the trial 2 days ago was his revival after so many years. The horrifying case of Kazumi Mugundo.
It caused an even greater uproar within London than today's coming trial.
We have no idea, only just arrived in London.
And why he has decided to prosecute such a trivial case only 2 days later. Each newspaper spreading their own speculations.
Sorry, I'm also eating in the background. That's why my mic is muted. Trivial? To me, this is the most important thing since the foundation of Japan!
My apologies. It's the newspaper that keeps saying it.
Well, I suppose this will further fuel the blaze of international tensions. Though it is odd that this prosecutor suddenly awakens from his long slumber. There is one similarity between the two trials he has prosecuted.
Indeed, I feel the same way.
Of course, that would be you, substitute law student naruhodō.
Me? Guess that does make sense.
In the two trials of the newly revived Grim Reaper, what attorney stands against him? Dear me, it almost feels as though you two might be good friends!
Don't be ridiculous! I'll make friends with bringers of death!
If that's true, then there's one possibility. You have incredibly hopeless, irredeemable, poor luck.
That's a little dramatic.
Oh, defended by the attorney for such dreadful luck! What has my life come to? This unpredictable misfortune is surely more monumental than the foundation of Japan!
But you're the one who entrusted me with your fate, Tsutseki. I'm just a student with no life, no experience, or real ability. I just only arrived in London. But even so, I'm prepared to believe in you and fight with all I have in me until the bitter end.
Oh, substitute law student naruhodō!
You're not alone in London anymore. Whatever may come, we'll stand beside you.
Oh, legal assistant Susato! Deny! Saseki, humbly, respectfully, place my—
Defendant, attorney! Court is about to begin. Make your way to the courtroom at once.
We're having a moment!
Don't care, law abide.
Lol, bye!
Law abide.
He's just standing there though. He's not going anywhere.
Looks like it's time. Let's go, Saseki.
I mentally checked out. Yes, sir!
Mentally, I'm here.
Mentally, I'm on break.
Finally, it's about to begin. My second time standing in the British court, and my second time facing the Grim Reaper. Watch over me, Isogi. This time, I'm ready to believe in my client through and through. And I'll follow what you taught me as well. I'll believe in my own skill. As an attorney, as I fight on. Alright.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, we declare this court is now in session. I ask you, prosecution and defense, have you fully prepared your cases?
The prosecution is ready.
The defense is ready.
The creatures known as Japanese truly are fascinating.
Why do you say that? Please don't bring up the hentai. Please don't bring up the hentai. Please don't bring up the hentai.
We haven't
I heard
even said that yet.
I heard about you from Lord Vortex himself. 2 days ago, a pair of green or exchange students had just arrived in London.
What of it?
You wish to save the defendant, who happens to be your countryman. Typical Japanese hubris.
I apologize for interrupting, but I don't consider that hubris. As I recall, our last trial ended with a not guilty verdict.
So it was, and what a decadent verdict it was. Yet, much to your chagrin, after the trial ended, the defendant met his own untimely demise, yes?
Very well. It appears the trial is safe to proceed. Sensible citizens chosen by the capital city. Are you all prepared?
This is your pet.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I was just trying to remember them. As a gentleman, should I fail to fight for justice today, it may be my life on the line tomorrow.
Oh, by the way, I gotta say, I forgot to bring this up. That gentleman right there, he's the true winner of Phase 3. That man had a debt to Magundo.
Oh, Magundo's dead.
Oh yeah, it is the same guy. It is.
Yeah, he had a debt to Magundo. And, well, so that means he got no debt, right?
Yeah.
This means he got no debt, right?
I see this as an absolute win.
He's the only one that walked away from that trial with the true W.
Alright.
You know, I could be a lot meaner than I look.
Yes. As you can clearly see, I'm but a mild-mannered young man.
God, he looks like somebody that should be from.
Fairly on parents.
No. Like, if you change the eyes, he looks like an Earthbound character or something like that. You know?
I guess I see that.
It's the face structure. That's what it is.
Honestly, that mustache man seems like the type that's liable to do just about anything.
Let's get this started already. He's gotta be guilty of something.
Huh? What was that? I can't hear you very well.
Very well then. With that, we shall begin the trial post-haste. Lord Von Zeeks, your opening statement, if you please.
Mere days ago, our great empire forged an alliance with an island nation in the Far East.
I do want to interject there real quick. I do like the fact that they actually are switching up the jury each time, and it's not just the same people, you know?
Yeah, it's a jury after all. The defendant is a visitor from that very nation. Soseki Natsume is his name. We welcome this exchange student into our empire with open arms, and yet, to our shame, that very student has committed the most heinous crime within our capital. He stabbed a poor, innocent woman on the street using a knife.
Ever since Frankter's gift, I just expect that wine to just explode in a blaze of glory all behind him. What in the world? I dare say stabbing someone with a knife is as low as you can go.
Oh, look at that gentle face, that ties out. That's definitely a Japanese.
Ah, god damn it.
I don't even care what you do. Just bring this thing to a close. Ready, set, go!
What? What in the world did you say? I can't hear you so well.
Get through, Atlas? How insolent of me to let the Holy Grail loose at the trial's onset. I plead your forgiveness.
How many of those do you have? Enough.
At this time, I wish someone a first witness of the court.
Very well. Call forth the inspector responsible for leading the investigation of the crime scene.
Still with fish and chips, goddamn.
Witness, your name and occupation.
Now, hang on. What are you buying? What are you doing? There we go. There we go. Yes, sir. My name is Tobias Gregson. I'm an inspector at Scotland Yard.
Go on, Inspector. Please describe the events of this case for us.
We believe the victim is a 20. We believe the victim is a 20-year-old woman named Viridian Green. Hold on. What do you mean by believe? All we know is that the victim was stabbed in the back with a knife. 3 days have passed since the incident, but she still hasn't regained consciousness.
What? That's crazy.
So she's unconscious. Is she at least in stable condition?
Fortunately for him, this Japanese student has just narrowly avoided a murder charge. Inspector Gregson, I implore you to explain the incident in more detail.
Yes, sir. Everyone, have a look at this map of the general vicinity of the scene. Yes, sir. The incident occurred 3 days ago at around 5 o'clock in the evening. The scene itself was a pavement along the side of a wide alley for coaches on Briar Road. So the victim has the coma straps. Dang it, Brandon.
Oh.
The victim, Miss Green, was walking along the pavement where snow had just stopped falling. What are you buying? But then the defendant sneaked up behind her and plunged a knife into her thick back.
Honestly, I still like Emma as a detective. I like how different she is compared to the other detectives.
She went missing she went MIA for a whole game, but
honestly, she was probably the best part of Apollo Justice for me. Honestly.
She's the best part of Apollo Justice, and because of how long it's been since the play Ace Attorney game, I enjoyed her presence in Spirit of Justice.
Yeah.
Every time she came on screen, I just went, Emma!
She's one of the better supporting characters, honestly, because I feel like she's there just enough, not enough to get overused.
She also changed a bunch between games.
Yeah.
Fortunately, excuse me. Fortunately, she managed to cling to her life. She is currently admitted to a local clinic. But so long as she remains unconscious, we are only able to request testimony from her. These are the victim's files. Very well. The court accepts them as evidence. Mr. Justice! There we go. So simple.
And what's the weapon?
Sir, I have it right here. This was found in the victim's back.
That's one huge knife. I'd sure hate to be stabbed by that thing.
With such a heavy-looking knife, even a weaker person could be stabbed with some of these.
Persian, the last time we played Apollo Justice was back in 2016, but a lot of the game is still fresh in my mind at that point.
For me, 2014?
Detroit. Anyways.
Detroit becomes human.
In other words, even a wimp like Suseki could have done it.
That's quite a plain-looking knife. Very well. We will also accept the knife as evidence.
Well, I'd say, honestly, my least favorite detective is probably Fulbright.
Wow.
Wow. What? Is that like the general consensus or what? What? Like...
No, I don't disagree, but knowing that game, I'm yeah.
I like doing Justice, but we're comparing all the detectives to each other. I will also probably have to put Fulbright at the bottom.
Yeah.
Emma for me scrapes by it because
She's the most unique one, I think, out of all of them.
You also had that connection to Emma because she was in the first game.
Yeah.
So when she shows back up and apologizes, you go, ah, hey!
She also has one of the best dynamics with the prosecutor kind of deal. Especially in Apollo Justice, because she just wants absolutely nothing to do with Clavier.
Yeah.
Like the
I mean, also, Fulbright, when you look at some aspects, he's like a weaker Gumshoe, honestly.
Yeah, that's how I always feel like he's dollar brand Gumshoe.
Yeah.
Judging by the item on her person, the victim was but a poor student. I'm surprised that she would have had any valuables worth stealing in the first place. In that case, perhaps the perpetrator has some deep resentment towards the victim? We still don't know. The exchange students seldom goes outside, save to visit the used bookshop. At present, we have yet to find any link between the victim and the defendant.
Long drawn out. Okay. If it wasn't a robbery and he has no grudge against her, then Soseki could have had no reason to sap Viridian. Oh my god, I just realized the fucking pun!
Yeah, I was wondering. Viridian Green.
And yet, you still arrested him. Doesn't that seem a little too rash? It's kind of sus.
Objection! I love that.
Oh my god, I was not expecting that.
That hit and killed someone.
Yeah, that actually is where the murder charge. Yeah.
Out of all of Zeke's porn animations, that was my favorite.
It's empty.
There's a color pun.
Yeah, it's a color pun.
How evident of me to cast my freshly opened bottle into the gallery. I plead for your forgiveness.
Not only did he hit somebody, he also poured wine all over the floor.
However,
Someone just insert a Wile E. Coyote scream.
it is your own words that should be called rash.
I just want the SpongeBob, my leg!
Wait, actually, Prankster, if you're watching, I have a request. Can you take that clip and just put your opinion on the bottle?
I don't think Prankster's in chat.
Oh.
Naturally, Scully Yard would not arrest a man without just cause. Inspector Gregson, are you to testify? Explain to us exactly why the police arrested that man.
Oh, Prankster is in chat.
No, Prankster, that animation of that Zeke throwing the bottle behind him, if possible, can you take that and make an edit where you just where the words "your opinion" is on the bottle as he chucked it behind him?
Alright.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
obviously. As you wish.
Yeah, so, I don't think I've talked about it on stream, but, yeah, I found out, affiliates can only have 5 emotes, so you guys have now broken. We are now at our max amount of emotes, so I put the Nagano one, so, yeah, now the goal, we have to get the partner at this point, to get more, and the big thing, that requires viewership, because you need to have a consistent 75 or more viewers for that, so, it's gonna be, quite a trek to that at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just keep swapping out the current emotes that we have throughout. But alright, here we go.
First testimony.
It was about 5 p.m. when the incident occurred. That day, the fog was unusually thin. The crime scene was an open area with high visibility. Nobody else was present. The victim fell to the ground after she was stabbed in the back. The culprit made a run for it, but as he fled the scene, he dropped the items he was carrying. The items in question were old books. It seems he was on his way back from a used bookshop. We identified the defendant as the owner of the books and arrested him. Old books, you say? Here's a photograph that was taken by the police shortly after the crime was committed. Indeed, there appears to be books scattered around the victim's body.
Books!
Books!
Please submit this photograph to the court so that it can be admitted as evidence.
I'm not surprised that the Japanese are utter cowards. Even in the face of such damning evidence, you still deny everything.
Well...
Now, the defense isn't exactly denying everything.
Susato?
Oh, blacked out for a second.
That's good.
What do you mean by that?
Soseki has acknowledged that he's... Soseki has acknowledged that he's connected to this case in one way. Isn't that right, Naruhodō?
Now that she mentions it... Yesterday, when we asked him about the cow... A green coat!
That had to be it. The victim was wearing a green coat.
My word, this is the first time I've ever seen a full-colored photo.
The defendant confirms that he fled the scene of the crime. However, that doesn't mean he stabbed the green. That's just an absurd conclusion.
At that time, the accused and the victim were the only ones walking on that pavement. Which is to say, nobody else was able to stab the victim. Is the accused himself not admitting to this very fact?
It seems the course of this trial will be heavily influenced by this next cross-examination. Bearing that in mind, the defense vote now proceed with caution in its cross-examination.
Yes, my lord. I have no other choice. This cross-examination will turn the whole situation around. I'm sure of it. Alrighty. IBM, where the incident occurred. Usually thin.
You want to go over your evidence, maybe?
I'm just reading through it.
Okay.
Quick. The crime scene. Invisibility. No one else was present. Victim fell to the ground. She was stabbed with a bat. Neither come through it, but seeing each other, he asked a question of all books and seemed to be far away. He put down. Identified the defendant as one of the books and he arrested. Yeah, let's see our evidence. I can't see what the... hold on. Can't...
No, you can't make out the title of the books.
You can't, there's no point. There's no point.
Okay, let's just see if that was a trail to go on. Case materials. Let's see, strictly edition.
Hold on, at this point, if it's been 3 days and she's still unconscious for being stabbed in the back, I imagine there's something worse. Like,
Yeah.
Something worse has happened.
Probably not the best health. Oh. Oops, she just closed it. I think it's supposed to...
Knife!
How do I actually examine?
Oh no, check where you can examine.
There we go.
There you go.
Oh, and Naruhodō, take a look at the tip of the knife. It appears to have been chipped slightly.
Oh, you're right. Good eye, Susato.
But where could the tip have gone?
That's a good question. It's a guess, but it might still be stuck in the victim's wound.
Ugh, that sounds quite painful.
Alright. Ow.
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 Okay, let's see. Well,
Why do we have to keep calling Rudy and Thick?
I haven't said that word once.
yeah, that's all chat on that one.
Exactly.
Can't tell from the fog in the photo or anything. So I guess just pressing them now.
Poppycock. That's pretty bad.
Okay.
I don't even know if Japan had gas lamps at this time either. I genuinely don't know. What you thinking?
I don't really know what the contradiction is yet.
I don't know. Let's keep pressing, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, usually the first one can be kind of tough just to get the ball rolling kind of deal. Just to figure out, like, the train of logic that we're going on.
Da-dee, da-da, da-da-da.
Well, no, what they were... because I'm seeing Chad asked about it,
Yeah, fog reduces vision. They're just saying that there was less fog on that
there
night
was
than
less
usual.
fog, so it would have been... They could have seen him, so...
It would have been more possible to see them.
Just everything you're sharing. I feel like this might be the point.
Bum 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 bum.
Jojo, the jury is a mix of characters between old characters and new characters.
Whatever characters they put.
Yeah.
Sometimes jury characters won't even get a name.
I don't feel like it's it, but couldn't you also just say that he was walking on the other side of the road? The bookshop, honestly?
For crying out loud!
He just told you what it was!
Come on, for crying out loud, just explain it! I even marked it right on the map! The route back to his flat is outlined right there! Weren't you nodding the whole time during his explanation to Fitz?
Was I doing that? I guess I got so nervous I didn't really listen.
Math class
I
be
can
like,
hardly say that I'm surprised.
Hang on, I was just warming up.
Naruhodō, I strongly urge you to take a good look at the court record.
Oh, those glaring daggers at me. Hopefully not the dagger that, you know.
Yeah, that stabbed that woman.
Okay.
You should probably press that statement again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you clearly picked the wrong one. Hey, so here, the name of the bookshop, here's what it was. You want any questions? Where was the bookshop?
No, I thought that was like what was the most important part of that. I was thinking, the ragged reader. Wait, hold on. Let's see. Oh wait, wrong one. Wrong bookshop.
Or bring it to the question part, or more important part.
God damn it, Lesser Shuichi, pay attention.
Hey, hold on.
That's slander. I'm gonna time you out, buddy. That's slander.
Listen, do you want to open up that? You want to open up that can of worms?
Anyways, bookshop.
Any other gaming news events coming
Well, I mean,
up?
right now is Tokyo Game Show. So.
Yeah, I think after that, I think that's it for the rest of the year.
Yeah, that's about it. Cause now we're in the holiday season, so you know.
Yeah.
At this point, it's just up to developers if they want to do like a stream of some of this stuff or not.
Yeah.
Wrong place. Hold it, Inspector Gregson.
What is it? I'm busy, you know.
Yeah, I am too. We all are. Whatever. It's about the receipt that we found in Saseki's room. The receipt from the used bookshop. It was printed on the day of the crime and notes that he purchased 3 books.
You found this in the defendant's room?
Yeah. Problem is the name of the used bookshop.
What is the meaning of this?
It says it was printed at the shop called Tattered Tales Book Emporium.
Tattered Tales?
While it is true that Saseki purchased used books on the day of the crime, he did not visit the Ragged Reader!
What on earth? Inspector Gregson, tell us more about this Tattered Tales Book Emporium. Sir, as it turns out, there is one more used bookshop near the Ragged Reader. But you see, it's such a small shop that we didn't think the defendant won't go anywhere near it.
Oh, I see how it is.
But in reality, he did!
No, that bookshop is in the court? Hey, man! I heard that!
His receipt proves it!
Have you heard
Objection!
about
And what is the point of this? No matter where he purchased his decrepit, moldy tombs, the conclusion remains constant.
I heard about we're supporting your local bookstore.
What are you talking about? Surely, this changes everything!
Naruhodō, here's the map.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dora.
Look right here! If the defendant had shopped at the Ragged Reader, then yes, he would have passed through the crime scene on his way home. But if he went to the Tattered Tales instead, it's possible he didn't walk that way. Is that so?
Well, depending on what the used bookshop is, maybe.
It's right next door.
Is this true, Mr. Attorney?
Yes, though right now it's only a possibility.
Inspector, where is Tattertail's Book Emporium? Well, you see, let me take a look. Tattertail's would be right about here. It's on the east corner of this block.
Well, how about it? As you can clearly see...
Oh no! I know, my nonsense being right now.
At that moment, Naruhodō
Now what?
He
Now what? Gonna pour myself a drink for that? Gonna pour myself a drink for that one.
Bottle from? That's what
Then let's see if our exchange was more of a clown than we once thought. I love that line! You never failed to make me laugh.
No, it's like the clown, but it's just the violins to it.
No, it's like I'm holding out like a clown nose for you.
Yeah, just like the red clown nose. Yeah.
After the trial today, he walks back to his house. He pulls out a picture and he proceeds to paint Naruhodo's face with clown makeup. He's like, there we go.
He says that without the slightest trace of a smile on his face.
Well, I probably don't have to say this, but even if the defendant was at Tattered Tales, you would have definitely passed through the crime scene anyway. Indeed, as we can clearly see.
Also out of paranoia, I just saved right now.
Yeah. Alright.
No, I'll say it once more for you, Japanese exchange students. No matter where he purchases these decrepit moldy tombs, the conclusion remains constant.
How is your glove not stained with wine right
I'm
now?
just that badass.
Your glove literally defies physics altogether.
Do you know how many times I've done this? I have mastered the art of shattering glass without getting just drop on them.
I knew it all along, and you thought you could fool us.
We've already done said it! We got enough proof!
Sorry, could you get me to repeat that?
Naruhodō? Now's the time to stand firm.
Susato.
If you keep quiet and let the prosecutor's assertion become accepted as fact, then the jurors may all make up their mind based on that.
Oh, she's right.
You should carefully rethink the prosecution's claims.
Wait, is that the wine or your blood? Yes.
On the way back.
Your tears.
Yeah. Raise an objection, otherwise, there is a fatal flaw with the prosecution's argument.
Explain yourself, defense.
Oh, that's it. My answer is right here. When he was on his way home from Tattered Tales, if he were to take this route, he'd come through the crime scene. But roads often branch off. Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. If he continued walking along this route, look! He would have been able to reach his flat without ever crossing through the crime scene.
Objection! Trying to argue with a poor clown's rubbish musing is boorish at best, but it is my duty. Most people would call that a very roundabout way of walking home. Remember that we're in the dead of winter. Why would one choose such a long detour?
Well, you see...
The answer couldn't be any more obvious. You wouldn't take the long road home. Our criminal took the simple route home, and his knife took the simple way into her back.
Objection! But you have to understand because... oh, I got it now. How can you accuse him when we haven't even asked him?
If that's your answer, then I'm sure you must have asked him already. And his answer, I'm sure, was simply, I don't remember.
Damn.
Whoops, got you there. The defendant said he was always wandering aimlessly through the city, lost in thought. He claims that he was wandering home as always, so he doesn't remember clearly.
Come on. Give me something to work with!
That's enough. I don't think we want or need any more aimless arguments in this court. What would your opinions be, wise citizens of the jury?
Even if he did take that route, as his attorney, I just... Oh! Regarding Lord Von Zeke's statement just now, we 6 jurors unanimously agree. What? This can't be happening. As of now, we have come to one firm, unshakable conclusion.
Very well. Now, 6 jurors, the time has come. You made your deliberations. Present your verdict to the court.
Guilty!
Guilty. Guilty.
Guilty?
Yeet! Oh.
No, come back, stream. Discourse
stream.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, it's back.
Back, okay.
It seems the jury has reached a unanimous conclusion.
Our sage citizen jurors and their brave resolve are the pride of the Great British Empire.
Naruhodō.
Not done yet. This still isn't over. This is my final chance to persuade the jurors. I have to tip those huge scales. It's time for a grand turnabout. No matter what it takes, I have to do this.
The fire in your eyes tells me that you have yet to concede defeat. Don't tell me you plan to parade your rights around this courtroom again. Your so-called right forgotten in some dark, moldy corner of the British legal code.
No matter how much you complain about it, every attorney has the right to call for a closing argument. And I'm doing just that!
They got rid of this in the other games because they were trying to harm nerf the defense.
Jason?
The closing argument will now begin.
Skip the line.
Then, from this point forth, in accordance with the rights prescribed by our legal code, the closing argument will now begin. Jurors, are you prepared?
You should know the answer to that already, my lord. That attorney doesn't know when to give up. We all know that.
Very well, then. 6 jurors! State your reason and basis behind your guilty verdict.
Alright. The murderer has already said it himself.
A lady in a green coat just fell over. What else could the victim be?
There's no reason he would have taken such a long route home from the bookshop.
So basically, the guy just stabbed her right in the back. Huh, so scary.
Look, I don't even care. Just get this over with. I'm ready for the verdict.
Tattletale's Pokemborium is a great shop. The Ragged Reader, not so much.
Oi!
Hey!
It's so funny to imagine that guy in the crowd. With some small exceptions, the reasons behind their guilty verdicts are clear.
When the incident occurred, only the accused and the victim were present.
Well, Persian, that wouldn't help in our argument at all, cause...
I mean, there's still a knife in her back.
Yeah, that wouldn't help our case at all.
Would they even know how to identify a heart attack at this time period?
I don't know.
This time period, probably not.
Nah. Besides, the accused said it himself. Also, she's still alive. So he has admitted that he saw the fallen woman in the green coat.
Furthermore, the defendant fled for the scene right after. It certainly sounds like enough basis for a guilty verdict to me.
Even the judge agrees with their findings.
I have to run away from the scene, Saseki. Seriously, an invisible criminal? Not even I can believe that.
It's the Invisible Man.
See if you can walk a mile in my shoes.
Naruhodō, now is the time to cry over spilt milk. There's only one way to continue this trial.
Yeah, I know. I have to turn the verdict on his head. You need to convince at least 4 jurors.
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you,
try to be...
Thank you!
Yeah, I made it.
I'm having a moment here. Let's try to be positive now.
Now, attorney, begin your closing argument.
Yes, sir. I have to keep this trial moving, no matter what. Stop at nothing, Ryūnosuke Naruhodō.
Chuck's behind them.
Alright, here we go.
Just gonna save real quick. Gotta go check on.
Oh, I recommend pressing this guy because since you know him before.
Yeah. All right. I will be right back. So just hang tight for a few quick minutes. No. Alright, I'm back.
Alright, someone's gotta take over. I really have to use the bathroom.
Well, I mean, we're just doing, this right now, so... Trying to think if that clashes with any other one. 'Cause I forget, do they add in new statements after a clash, or...?
They can if they can if you press. No, in clashing out, it just the statement just becomes, yeah, I'm voting for this person. I mean, no, yeah, I chose not guilty now. Okay. That's literally after you clash statement, and they say not guilty.
Okay.
Like, if you're confused about what they say, you can press them, and then they might clarify it.
Yeah, pressing in this can also give new statements.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I feel like there's not a real clash.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Is this really necessary, sir? They literally make you go on there on that day. Or they just make you wait in a lobby and never pick you, so you just wasted your entire day.
Yeah.
This is why they don't have people laid to the case in juror duty.
Who cares?
Well, was he saying that he already said it himself, of like that he went down that road, or?
I don't know. You're the one who pressed.
I feel like this is definitely a Clash one, but I just don't know which one.
You still got two statements that you never checked.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think these last two ones seem so vague that I think one of them has to change. Okay, so if this one switches. Yeah, if this road was being worked on, then he could have totally gone that way.
I mean, Brandon, it's not really that much of a choice for jury duty. You're just selected,
Yeah.
and you have to do it.
Yeah.
You do not get a choice on jury duty.
Yeah, you're randomly selected from citizens, and you have to do it.
Don't you just love when you get jury duty on your first day in class?
That.
I'm back.
Actually, hold on. Let me just also get this one out of the way.
The old man.
Yeah.
Now, because I met the man in orange, my only comment was, Ben, you really need to get out of that marriage. That's not a healthy marriage you got going on, my guy. Oh yeah, the new Crash game comes out next Friday.
Yeah.
Man.
Hold up. There we go. Okay, so I think I know the ones I gotta press now. Or at least, think up.
Alright.
Alright, so.
Paranoia.
I love it.
Yep, there we go. There's a clear contradiction between those two statements.
What contradiction? Explain yourself.
Hey, what is it? Why is he pointing at me?
Whoa, what the? Hurry up and get this over with.
Juror 3, may I have a word with you?
I don't know, sure. What is it?
There's an important fact in Juror 5's statement. Here, let's compare to what he said on the map. On the day of the crime, Saseki brought books that he used from the used bookshop. Now, on this day, Mirkaza?
Mir's Chasm. Mirsham, or whatever. Mirsham.
Mirsham Road was being dug up due to construction. In other words, the defendant would not have been able to travel on this road and return home.
Oh, why, you're right. Well, what do you say to that, Juror 5?
What? Well, I guess she's right. So the bricks in the road were smashed and the road was dug up about 2 yards across. So, those hooty-tooty ladies and gentlemen took the long way around instead.
Then that means, in order to get back to his flat, the defendant would have been forced to take the long way.
So it would seem.
Does it really?
Juror 3, you said the following. There's no reason he would have taken such a long route home, but now you see. We have just established that he would have had able reason to do so.
You're right! My lord, I may have a word.
No.
Okay.
What do you want?
I hate these fucking courts. Perhaps I've been a bit hasty in my decision. I think that we should continue this trial a little longer.
Judge, are you okay? Judge!
What are you waiting for, Juror 5?
Right now, waiting for the judge to stop laughing.
Ah, this motherfucker's still laughing. Oh, this motherfucker.
Oh, me? Fine then. I dug that hole. I'm gonna fill it. My lord, may I have a word? No.
Fuck these courts.
Oh my god.
We did it, Naruhodō. That was incredible. Who knew the judge can go insane?
I know, right?
Yes, now on.
Yeah, blah blah blah. Yeah.
Oh, we know the other two.
Now we're going back in.
Why was the judge laughing? No, to Fritz, resume your closing argument. Purchase, I killed myself. I just made a dumb joke that wasn't really
You're laughing at your own joke, motherfucker.
Yeah, I know I am. It wasn't even that funny.
There's a clear contradiction between these two statements.
Johnny the fuck?
What contradiction? Explain yourself.
Excuse me, Juror 2 and Juror 6!
Oh, yes, what is it? I don't think the elderly gentleman heard you.
Seriously? I put everything I had into that shout. Anyway, one fact that's become abundantly clear. As shown on the receipt from the used bookshop, the defendant brought the books with the tattered tales and walked home from there.
Did he say he couldn't remember what the road he took for that day?
Yes, so it would seem. But on the way home, the defendant did see one person. A person wearing a green coat suddenly fell flat in snow on the footpath.
Right, and that person must have been the woman who was stabbed.
Objection! But is that really the right conclusion?
What are you on about?
Were you listening to what Juror 6, the old man over there, said?
No.
On the night of the incident, Viridian Green wasn't the only one. There was another person wearing a green coat who fell on the pavement.
Oh?
You don't mean to imply.
I do. That person was our hearing impaired 6th juror!
It was the elderly man.
Then that means... the person in the green coat that the defendant really saw was that gonky old man in green.
I would say it's highly probable. After all, that old man has a similar body shape to the victim!
Oh.
What in the what?
What was that? Could you speak up a little louder? Anyway, what's important here is the location of where the old man fell.
Calabash Road.
If the person who fell in front of the defendant was really that old man, then that would mean that Saseki must have been taken the long way home. And there's only one natural conclusion to come from that. There's no way he could have passed through the scene of the crime!
Somebody has the hiccups. Oi, old man! What were you doing? What were you doing bubbling around a place like that?
What's more, he just had to wear a confusing green coat.
What's the big deal? Are you saying an old man like me can bubble around town and slip a few roads? And I can't dress myself in the latest trendy dapper coats!
Hold it! Do-de-do-de-do! Pardon me, my lord.
What do you want? Because I don't suppose you would do it.
No, I just like, what do you want?
What are you buying?
What do you want? Okay, you go, Toby.
I do. I'm changing my verdict to not guilty.
Juror 2. Then I'm 2! Huh? Even if it's just because I want to try turning the tables too!
Respect your elders, people.
The jury's verdict has changed and resolved the defense's closing argument.
Well, isn't juror selected at random?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Now 2 vote guilty of 4 vote not guilty. Thus, the court acknowledges that the jury's vote is split. And orders you all to continue the trial.
Did you say split? Oh.
Objection! You all know what I'm gonna do. How impudent of me to tip this holy grail after raising an objection in these halls of justice.
Maybe just don't destroy your so-called holy grail, you know, maybe.
Shut the fuck up, I'm talking. And then go on to shatter it to pieces. I plead your forgiveness.
Shut up in a voice, I'm trying to speak.
Secure Van Zeeks?
I suppose I must revoke my earlier words.
What are you talking about?
The jurors lined up over there cannot be called wise by any stretch of the imagination. How can they be wise when they have fallen so readily for a Japanese cheap deceptions?
Oh, stop!
What are you supposed to mean?
I just wanted to be a headband of the crowd now.
What deception? Everything I said was fact!
On the day of the crime, that large man was repairing the road, correct? According to him, a 2-yard wide section of road had been removed for construction.
I worked myself to the bone that day, and I only got 5 shillings for it.
So, Japanese exchange student, do you know roughly how long 2 yards would be?
I actually don't know.
To be honest, I don't have a clue.
It seems that 2 yards is just under the length of 2 meters.
What does that mean?
2 meters?
They're gonna explain it.
Shorter than I thought.
Hold on.
As such, won't be able to leap across the missing road.
Oh, come
Basically
on.
means you could jump over it.
Come on!
Yeah. Does the man himself disagree?
What? No, that sounds about right.
What?
And during construction, did you seal off the road in order to prevent passage?
No? No, of course we did. With the whole of the road this big, all the stuck-up ladies and gents would just take a detour. When the inner city kids wouldn't give a hoot, they just jump over it.
As far as I can see, the defendant is neither lady nor gentleman. It's natural to assume that he can make a 2-yard leap to return home.
Is that true?
And remember, the defendant dropped his books at the crime scene. There is absolutely no doubt that he passed through Briar Road on his way home.
Got a point.
And you, old man,
Me?
on the day of the crime, around 5 o'clock, you had fallen over a Calabash Road. At the time, did you notice any suspicious Japanese figures behind you?
Well, who knows? I can't say I remember. You don't remember?
Feel free to bet it all on this argument, attorney. Do you think the person the defendant saw was this old man? You have no way of proving it!
This is why I say, as a prosecutor, Van Zeke is actually one of the good ones.
Yeah.
He took your whole argument and
And just shattered it, yeah, like his glass. What is it, my lord?
If you had such a persuasive argument, why did you stand up watching silence during the closing argument? You goof?
Ha! Obviously, our beloved exchange student is still sightseeing. Is still seeing the sights.
Don't you harm me?
What would be more fitting than the sight of how fickle the jurors' hearts can be?
Damn.
But I suppose that's enough hospitality.
No, offer the coat.
This is the end of your London sightseeing for today, attorney.
She just throws the code and hits Tobias Gregson.
What are you saying now?
My lord! The prosecution requests that the next witnesses be brought to the stand.
Of course! Bring the witness into the courtroom!
Oh boy.
Next witnesses.
Naruhodō! We heard about the witness to the crime scene a few times now.
Yeah, I think they said it was an officer from Scotland Yard.
One of the next witnesses must be that officer.
No matter who the witness is, no matter the testimony, I will continue to believe in you, Saseki. Keep believing in you until the very end of this battle. I think I have an idea of who it might be.
Alright, bring in the
alright.
witnesses.
Ow! Okay. I thought it was about to pull a Hail Mary and it was Iris. Like...
Shit, late at night, just by herself in the streets.
Oh,
She's got a bazooka. She's fine.
I can walk the streets by myself.
I mean, she could, but still. Can't support. Very fair.
I have a gun.
Yeah. Go on, witnesses. Your names and occupations.
alright.
Yeah, sure, you got it, Pat.
I wonder who's going to voice this character.
No, Pat, you got this. Go on, do it.
Go on.
Okay, what kind of voice do we
Tired.
Tired.
My name's Patrick O'Malley. I'm a patrolman on the sitting plane. Oh, God.
And I'm Rono O'Malley, the Waterfall City's great hero.
He's me after an entire editing session.
I thought you were going to say he's you after going through 4 years of college.
That too. That move too. Is everything alright?
Absolutely. You see, the two of us were just married. Just the other day, we had our first wedding anniversary.
Oh, not that. Sorry, I meant your husband.
His exhaustion is understandable. He's a college student.
Oh, see, I totally get it now.
You know what? That's the statement. That's the whole statement.
No, I feel like I've heard of this before.
Apart from off-duty days, every day is spent patrolling 20 miles around the city on foot.
Why does my Ace Attorney character have to be this guy?
Patrolling local establishments, collecting taxes, surveying roads, inspecting the scales, cleaning the roads, filling the gas lamps, and extinguishing the lamps are all part of the job.
Those are a lot of duties seemed unbefitting for the police.
And he's better fulfill them, otherwise he's not getting paid.
Rather than doze off, I'd probably collapse long before.
Of course, the constable's most vital duty is the pursuit and suppression of crime.
Rox, I mean, DGS isn't like as bad V3 in terms of spoilers, so maybe.
Maybe. I think individual one. I'll run it by you when I'll run it by you guys when I
Yeah.
do
We
it.
will make a separate one just for
Yeah,
this
we'll,
one
we'll
anyway.
make a separate one at some point for DGS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that in moments by themselves aren't really like spoilers. Like for example, you went to like a highlight event.
There's no visual of seeing like, hey, here's all the fuckers that died.
Yeah. As long as it doesn't spoil the actual
It doesn't really have that.
Yeah.
Even if he's off duty, damn it. Such is the proud spirit of the London Constabulary. Look at how proud this fucker is.
Look at him. What a proud man.
Certainly seems tired, though.
On the day of the crime, this couple was walking on the opposite side of Briar Road. It was at this point that they witnessed the incident. Is this correct so far, witnesses?
Yes, it is. Right, darling?
Magical melee patrolled on the city beat. Jeez.
Oh, great. We got one of these in court. Very well. The court orders to tell you to testify, I guess. Testify regarding what you witnessed on the evening of the crime scene. Also, please stay awake.
Sir!
I said stay awake!
No promises.
That night was our anniversary. We went out for dinner, still in uniform. As we were strolling along, we saw two figures coming from the opposite side path. And all of a sudden, one of them fell over. The other dropped something and ran away. We hurried as fast as we could to the nearest police box to call for help. That Japanese man was the one who ran away. Pat and I saw it with our own eyes.
Uncle, she did most of the talking. Now this is a decisive testimony.
The officer's wife claims to have clearly seen Saseki's face. If what they say is the truth, then the possibility we presented in the closing argument would be outright disproven.
Indeed. After all, such an absurd possibility was not existent to begin with.
This must have been quite the ordeal for your first anniversary.
Thank you, Sans?
It was, but thanks to the Lord, we could have had a night together in the first place. I suppose being a constable in London is an ordeal in of itself.
Worry not. His testimony will soon be over, and then you'll be able to spend the day at your leisure.
Person, we're gonna wait till next time for the. I like doing them at the end of either investigation or the end of court.
Yeah.
What's that supposed to mean?
This lovely couple clearly saw the face of the man who fled the crime scene. And the face was that of none other than Soseki Natsume.
Has it really
I
been
don't-
an hour and a half?
Yeah. I don't believe I need to remind you of the weight that London's officer's words carry.
Even though it was the officer's wife who said every single word.
He gave the amen.
With that said, I suggest you prepare your self-defense.
Of course. Alright.
Alright, let's see what we got here.
Okay, so I'm just going through again. That night was our anniversary, yeah. Okay, so this one. Well, it's a very long one. Have you ever held it so hard that reality just stops for a minute?
Oh boy.
Mata.
Okay. Well, person, I mean, that's just in general. DGS is a lot more toned down than regular Ace Attorney, I would say, just in my experience so far.
There's no Claude making stupid ass joke.
Can we seriously get this guy like a bed or something? Maybe a chair? Give it a box. Just give him something. See, look at that. Give him a hug.
Oh.
That would be nice, but I think he needs something way more than a hug.
Coffee.
Well, he's got his wife there, you know.
I don't even think coffee would help him. I think it's beyond the help of coffee.
Ah, so we gotta go straight to vodka. Oh!
Hola, hola, hola.
Bruh, this man needs an adrenaline injection Left 4 Dead style. Yeah, again, it's like the husband. Go, please. He needs some coffee and vodka. Isn't that an actual drink where you mix coffee and vodka?
I think so.
All right. So, what are your thoughts, Pat?
I think there's gotta be one of those where I think there's a point someone else brings up. Kind of think, 'cause I'm not seeing any direct contradictions. 'Cause everything lines up so far. Okay, so. Okay, so yeah, it is a contradiction one. Huh? Alright, so that night we remember, yeah, that's not important. So long, two victims opposite path. Yeah, it doesn't say. So.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. You want to try pressing through that one again?
Yeah, it does.
What's happening?
Da 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 ba ba ba.
Currently trying to find the contradiction.
Alright then. Did you press everything?
I think.
Yeah, he did.
I think all but this one? Yeah, because it's the only one I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Just because I didn't think it would be important to kind of do.
It's always important.
It's always important.
Patrick, what game are you playing again?
Gyakuten saiban. That's not Ace Attorney.
That sounds like some sort of lame spinoff.
You're a lame spin-off. If they call something an insult, just say the exact same insult. It works every time.
Just for the know you at them.
No, tú.
The visuals are kind of bland. You're visually bland.
Gotta want to know you.
Your looks look like a harem
Also gonna be our vegan.
Okay, there we go.
Excuse me, Mr. Tony. Could I ask you something?
No.
Yes, ma'am. What is it?
You've been badgering us about all these little details. And I bet you think we're liars, don't you? You want to fight?
What? No, I swear I don't.
I am a policeman's wife, I'm telling you. I saw everything. For example, hey, you know all those fiddly old books at the crime scene? I remember every single one of the names of those books. But you're just going to apprehend me anyway.
No, there's no need
There
to
it is! That stupid Asian doesn't know what his wife is capable of.
right down to it.
And even if I let it pass, Pat would take him down in an instant.
Look, I'm sorry, just let him go, please.
Our bravery is permitted to add this statement to a testimony.
Let me at him. Let me at him.
Now, will that please you, madame?
Yes, yeah. Let's say it over and over. Right, darling?
I gotta make a 3D model. I gotta animate it. I gotta get this review together.
Me doing the entire Kirby thing, because I was so tired yesterday, man.
But you did it anyway.
Yeah, because you gotta get that review up early for this kind of thing.
You know what, Pat?
Y'all still on this testimony?
Pat, so you saw that Kirby was trending on Twitter?
Yeah.
I saw your review underneath that trend.
Let's go!
Hey!
I went there and hey, look!
Hey, I know that person.
Then there was Somewhere Under the Sea. The last one is The Adventures of Something. Amazing, right?
Perfect memory.
Oh, I
That's-
guess that was an amazing amount of vague wording.
That's me when someone asked me what my tasks were.
I was close enough.
It's, the wiring! The wiring!
The wire something, the shooting something.
The met something.
Oh!
Oh.
Oh god!
Anyone who bullies Rollins is gonna get a face full of lead! Got it!
Oh my god.
I'm
And I'm back to dying.
gonna shoot him.
I want to shoot you, but I'm too tired.
He seems so peaceful.
Oh, he seems so peaceful in his sleep.
His threat wasn't at all peaceful.
Wakes up. Oh, you funded my wife! Yo, bro. You want...
Oh crap, I was too tired to actually load it.
That would be something. That would actually be how that would end. To give her credit, she has a better memory than most.
You know what? True.
Independent witnesses. You know what? Fair, because she actually remembers.
Naruhodō, why are you loading history?
Yep.
You're not supposed to see that, Susanoo.
Can you tell me more about the 4 books that have fallen on the ground?
Of course, I totally remember them. Somewhere Under the Sea, Monsieur Someone, Something Tales, and The Adventures of Something.
It really does pay me to say this, but there's a major issue with your testimony.
What?
There should have been 3 books at the crime scene!
Huh?
I happen to have the receipt from the used bookshop.
Tattered Tales Books Emporium?
It shows that the books the defendant bought on the day of the crime. And as you can
Shut
see,
up.
there are only 3 books listed here.
Only 3? No way! I swear, I saw it! There were 450 books on the ground!
Take a look at this photograph of the crime scene. The corroborates the information from the receipt. There were only 3 books.
You think I'm gonna believe that? I swear! I saw it!
We can't put any stock in your observational skills at this point. And thus, your testimony that the defendant was the criminal you saw might possibly be another mistake.
What
Oh, he got up real fast on that.
Objection!
Oh boy. Oh, no leg.
I must say, the most disappointing one among us is you, Japanese boy.
Imposter. What now?
Everyone quiet, I found the imposter. It's him.
These witnesses saw the defendant fleeing from the scene of the crime. You knew that you couldn't disapprove this fact. So instead, you decided to sweep it under the rug and nitpick all these small inconsistencies. Is that about right?
How can he see right through me?
But your poorly prepared plan did nothing but backfire.
What do you mean?
It is simple. Our diligent constable's wife testified correctly. There were no contradictions.
Huh?
After the crime, there were undoubtedly 4 books left on Briar Road.
Objection! But look at the photo at the scene of the crime. Isn't it clear there are only 3 books?
Yes, there were only 3 books in view of the camera.
You don't mean...
I have brought another photo with me. It shows what the victim was holding.
That's... the 4th book.
As you can clearly see, the last book is hidden behind the victim's body.
No. Can't be!
I'll see, as Bridget said, they have the same scarf.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Jason?
Order! Order in the court! The judge was on his phone.
Huh. See? See? Look! Good look at it! Take a good look at it!
Look at it!
Okay.
Look at it!
It's just like I said, right, darling?
You got that right, Roller. You're the greatest.
Shall we examine the defendant's bookshop and proceed in closer detail? Witness, repeat to us the name of the books you saw.
Monsieur someone.
That would be Monsieur Le Soc.
The something tales.
The Canterbury Tales.
Somewhere under the sea.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. So far, all of the titles of these books have matched up to the receipt exactly. In my opinion, that shows brilliant capacity for the observation and recollection.
Ah, thank you. Did you hear that, darling?
Damn right. 3 cheers for Roller. Then the 4th book, the one missing from the receipt?
Don't think it too hard now. The book shown in the picture is the 4th book.
But, oh, excuse me. But this is mystifying indeed. I wonder why the 4th book isn't listed on the receipt.
There's nothing mystifying about it. The victim is the one holding the 4th book. Therefore, this book belongs to the victim herself.
So the victim was holding her own book?
By the way, what do you think happened to that last book?
As we all know, Scotland Yard wouldn't overlook this. I have it here with me, preserved as evidence.
Very well. The court demands that you submit the picture of the book as evidence.
As you wish.
Here, Naruhodō, yeet!
There you go. 4th book. Virtual Alliance main boundaries. That is all. The prosecution has no further evidence.
How can this be?
This was the obvious outcome, Japanese boy. You tried so hard to put up every scrap of feeble resistance you could muster. Your closing argument concluded with a red herring possibility of him taking the long way. And your cross-examination concluded with worthless doubts about the witness's memory.
But... At the end, maybe he's right.
Yep, We only told the truth of what we saw, nothing but the truth. Right, darling?
Yep, Rolla, marry me, Rolla!
Now, I'd like to hear the jury's thoughts on the matter once again. Need we waste more time before we bring holy judgment on the Japanese devil? This will be the last time, citizens of the jury capital, we request your sage verdict. We've exhaustively investigated all of the witnesses and the evidence. There's no point in further deliberation.
Naruhodō, this is an extremely delicate situation.
I know, but... I just throw out baseless objection. It can make things even worse. What are you going to do here, ryūnosuke Naruhodō? 9 times out of 10, it's usually objection. Hold it, please!
It's too late, attorney. This cross-examination was your last chance at a rebuttal. Now that it has ended, the discussion of the evidence has been concluded as well.
That may be, but... I can't do it. The right words just won't come out.
May I have a word with you, prosecutor? I believe it's a little rash to say that we finished going over everything.
I shouldn't be surprised, considering you come from a lawless Oriental land. But at this point of the trial, a legal assistant should know not to open her mouth.
My pride.
I'm still far too experienced as an attorney. So, I'm sorry if this is a problem for you, but I still need my legal assistant's aid.
Naruhodō?
The core philosophy of our empire is tolerance. I will allow the legal assistant to speak. Hopefully we don't lose this in 20 years.
Susato, if you please.
Alright, and let's hear what you have to say, legal assistant. Where could you possibly see any more room for deliberation?
Actually, new evidence was submitted at the end of the last cross-examination.
Then you mean... There still remains evidence that needs to be examined? Is that correct?
Are you ready for this, Naruhodō? It's likely that we failed to present vital evidence at this point. The judge really will demand a verdict from the jurors. Of course, we'll also be asked why the evidence is so important.
Oh, didn't mean that.
I suggest carefully examining new evidence before you present anything.
Wink!
Really?
Wink!
Really, the change of color was enough, Sophie.
Look at this! What a terrible burn.
Wow, it must be unreadable in this thing, especially the latter half of it.
It's just a shame that this happened to a good book. Upon further examination, it seems that the burn was rather recent.
The book was burned recently, huh? Something about this bothers me. Alright. Understood. Thank you, Susato. Susato gave me a final chance. I can't let it go to waste. The defense is prepared to present new evidence!
Very well. The court will allow the defense to present one final piece of evidence. Which piece of evidence holds a vital yet dormant clue that has yet to be investigated?
That would be
Oh, you answered.
what was shown in the new photo of the crime scene. Specifically, the 4th book left at the scene.
Objection! I do believe that we've already reached a conclusion regarding this book. It's clear that it's unrelated to the incident beyond being in the victim's possession. There's absolutely no need to look into this book any further.
The court does agree with the prosecution on this matter. However, the defense made a sudden claim earlier. He said that there is a clue dormant within this piece of evidence. The court requests that you show us this clue. Are you prepared, attorney?
Well, of course.
Naruhodō. The prosecution is definitely trying to avoid further investigation of this book. I think that means you're moving along the right path.
Okay, understood.
Attorney, the court orders you to show us this new clue. What vital clue is left on the 4th book?
I don't know, maybe just a gigantic...
I think it's on fire.
We're good there. Would you allow me to show you the back of this book?
Your Honor, take a look at this book. What about it? And you can see a lion ate it.
God damn.
The back? It's been burnt to a crisp. The book's in awful condition.
I have to wonder why the victim would bother carrying such an unreadable book. It's definitely unnatural, don't you think?
Objection! Unnatural? What about it, Japanese boy?
Huh?
Unnatural or not, should this burn have no ties to the case, then it is not worth arguing over. However, if you mean to assert that the burn on this book is a clue, then what truth is this clue supposed to lead us to?
Burned book. Actually, there is one possibility that comes to mind. It's a far-fetched possibility, but I have to run with it. Alright, the defense is ready to share its thoughts.
Now, the court must ask you to present one more answer, attorney. What is the truth to be gleaned from the burn marks on this book?
That's all the owner of the book? One reasonable truth that to be gleaned from the burns on this book is the true owner of this book.
What?
But it's already obvious who it belongs to, isn't it? The lady who got stabbed was clutched it in her hand.
I can't claim they know how the book ended up in her hand like that, but as far as who owns the books and where it came from, the defense may be able to make that clear.
But how?
Fine, I shall play along with your desperate squirming for now. But remember, that squirming may lead you to an unfavorable verdict.
Attorney, your answer to the following question may change the direction of this trial. Who is the true owner of this mercilessly scorched book?
Iris.
The lion.
Let me check chat. Yeah, I like the death slam.
Pat?
Naruhodō has, no, let's not say anything. Not say anything. Not say anything. Nope. Y'all stay silent. No backseat gaming.
Through my head.
No backseat gaming this time, y'all. He's got five chances. He's good.
Okay, I'm just trying to think of anybody that would like relate to fire or anything like that.
We don't say anything. We don't say anything. Sophie, Jason, control yourselves. Down.
know on this one.
Come on, take a chance. Come on. This is the true Ace Attorney experience. Come on.
Because I can't.
Just narrow down your options.
Think carefully.
Okay, just give me a brief hint. It's like I'm trying to figure out who.
I don't know. Something fire. I just look at the characters. Think who it isn't. Just narrow that down. Process of elimination.
I don't think it's, Gregson.
I don't think it's a 10-year-old.
Oh, duh. Wait, shit.
You present. Wait, what? Nah.
Well, I thought, like, his job was, like, doing the lanterns and stuff like that, so.
I mean, that has no link. Whatever, you can take one penalty.
Just throw the book into the lantern.
I like the animation for when the penalties happen. Ding!
How's that back going for you, Naruhodō?
Okay, just listen. Just listen to the hint.
Of the Lion's Mane. Okay, because I couldn't look at the book at all when.
Oh.
Yeah, because
I mean, can you?
You probably could have inspected the front of the book.
Okay.
Got the name.
Oh, thank you!
I couldn't.
Oh, thank you!
Wait, actually, go to Code Records. See if you can inspect the front of the book.
Yeah, because I couldn't with actually trying to present a person.
Yeah.
Okay, there. Yeah.
It says it. No, the evidence itself says it as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Well,
That would be the landlords of Mr. Nasune's map. The Garib family.
the landlords.
I don't know if it's a wild coincidence or it was fate. But among the 6 citizens chosen for this trial's jury, one of the Garibs is present right now, Mrs. Garib.
Garrett.
Me? Please hold on. You see, I'm not his wife to begin with. I'm just his maid.
We can leave your odd marital circumstances aside for now. All I need from you is the answer to one simple question. Wasn't this book in Mr. Garib's room?
I never seen that book before. Why do you think I...
Objection! You must have lost your mind, Japanese boy. The defendant's landlord? Really? You have no basis for your claim, yet you dare point that vile finger at a law-abiding citizen.
Yes.
No forgiveness could be given to such an act.
Objection! The 2 of us happen to know the truth. On the day of the crime, about the time when the victim was stabbed, one more incident unfolded in Mr. Garib's room.
What more? What are you speaking of?
A fire. Right, there was a fire in the room. Right, I forgot about that.
Yeah. We spent a whole deduction solving that, but you know what? The line would have been a better time.
When you didn't immediately click on him, Pat, I just went, he forgot.
Yeah, he forgot about the fire incident. I mean, that's real. The line really grabs your attention.
Yeah, I remember the lion more than I remember the fire.
Yeah, actually, because that's a stupid thing that would have happened.
Yeah, what is this pose?
Yeah, the Adventure of the Lion's Mane.
It's the same name as the book we have here!
Objection! Balderdash! All it means is that the 2 books of the same name had been burned. That book was likely lost in the fire anyway. There's no possible way that it could have been moved to the crime scene.
Just so you know, the cause of the fire was apparently a fight between the Garibs. I'll leave out the details, but the wife was absolutely furious. Even as the flames raged around him, she kept attacking Mr. Garib.
Wow, I could never imagine that, right, darling?
You hear all that? Roll is as pacifistic as they get.
My wife burned my new bought PS5, damn it.
She threw the book toward the window then. Oh, it can't be! What, are you crazy? The book flew from the window toward the crime scene!
Objection! On that night, I briefly investigated the nearby homes in hopes of gaining information. But I was not informed that Mr. Gablett's window had been broken.
Right, and when we visited, the glass was intact. But at the time, the window might have been open.
It was not! The crime took place on a winter night that would have freezed any man to the bone. A Londoner would have never left his window open.
Well...
But what if? Are you making an earnest assertion, attorney? Do you claim that this book was burned and thrown out the hole by an angry wife?
I believe that is possible.
What am I doing?
Yes, still try.
Were there some, zero signs on that?
I heard enough! Now you all see, right? That self-proclaimed Japanese attorney was nothing more than a yellow-bellied coward.
What do you mean by coward?
You say our home almost turned into a sea of flames in the middle of the fight. You say I'm pretending to be a maid to keep up appearances. None of this is related to the trial. You are just hurling insults at me.
No, I swear, I never...
To think you would insult a Londoner just to distract everyone from the truth. You think that's going to fly? I don't think that. You're a monster?
She's absolutely right. Huh? We listened to his side of the argument just to be sure of our verdict. But now look, there's only one person who's ever stabbed the victim in the back. It was the man who ran away from the scene, that mustached little man.
It does seem that way.
It's the truth.
Yeah, you got it.
That.
Sure as hell.
What was it?
It would seem that the jurors have all come to a conclusion once again. What are your thoughts, Lord Van Zykes? Lord Van Yikes.
These further deliberations were little more than a waste of time. But now, maybe we can make up for those precious minutes we lost.
Hey, wait! The mystery of the fourth book still hasn't...
After this trial is over, you can have your fun with that mystery once you return home.
Lick it.
Doesn't look like he's willing to apologize for his impudence this time.
Very well. Now, jurors, the time has come once again. You know the drill. Just do your thing.
Group there. Now, just wondering, how far are we from the midpoint?
No, we're about to reach it.
Okay, because I was about to be like, I'm getting a little tired,
No, trust me. Nah,
Yeah.
I know. I have it in my brain mentally planned. For case 5, I haven't planned that shit out yet, though.
Pretty much once we get to this, this closing argument.
It's about to end, you'll see.
Yeah.
It's about to see.
The jury has certainly made its verdict clear.
Another guilty verdict, and this time...
Naruhodō, keep facing forward.
Susato?
Haven't you forgotten? This battle is far from over.
Do you mean...
Yes, the defendant still has the right of a closing argument. One more closing argument to overturn this mistaken verdict.
My lord! The defense asserts the right to a closing argument.
Of course you do.
Surely you should be running out of seeds of deceit to sow by now.
This isn't a deceit. This closing argument is for the pursuit of truth. This isn't the time to hang my head as long as there's a chance. I have to stand tall and face forward. Okay, yeah. Alright.
Yeah, there it is. Next time we finish this case.
Woo! Alright, so, yeah, I'm curious to see how this one goes off, because I got the feeling we're not gonna actually we're just gonna be proving him innocent and not figure out who actually did it. Like, judging by what the last case was, that's kind of the general feeling.
You think do that again?
Yeah, I have to wait and go to the title screen.
Yeah, he has to go to stage.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know it's gonna do a closing argument, so.
Yeah. Alright. So, yeah.
Yeah. We finish this episode tomorrow.
Woo! Yeah, so we'll still be at 7 tomorrow for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do have to, sorry, I didn't, because I got some stuff I gotta do, so, no,
Yeah.
we're gonna wait till next time for me, so I gotta get going, so.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys tomorrow, 7 o'clock, our usual time. Bye-bye.
Yeah.